part is also done because it was short. We have seen, just to recall, I don't have that poem in front of my on the screen. So just to recall, I would like to ask few things, and I expect 3 students to respond. Now, which are these 3 students who are going to respond? Only one hand is raised. Purvi, Shivam, Shivam raised his voice. Okay.
Sir Deshna.
Deshna. Okay. Chalo. Starting with Purvi, then Deshna, and then Shivam. In the first stanza, he tells us, when did my childhood go? So what was the point made by him? What was the observation made by the poet? That this was the thing when I understood this, when I realized this, I believe that my childhood has gone. What was the thing in the first stanza?
Sir, in first stanza, he tells that when he turned 11, his childhood is gone, according to him.
He ceased to be 11, not turned 11. Turned 12,
Yes,
completed
yes.
11.
And he tells that when he understands what is hell and heaven, but it is not given in the geography, but it is there.
No. You're right. But you should have said it in a little different way. Can somebody else correct it? The concept of hell and heaven, realizing, is there in geography or isn't there in geography?
So he started thinking logically.
Okay. About the concept of hell and heaven in geography, what did he say? Yes. Shivam.
So that he started thinking it scientifically.
That's fine. My question is about the concept of geography, about the concept of hell and heaven. What was the statement made by poet here?
Sir, that he realized that hell and heaven cannot be found in geography.
He realized that hell and heaven is always there, but the concept of hell and heaven is not the concept of geography. This is not the idea of geography. You do not find it in geography books or in the explanations of geography, which means it is just a thought, it is just a concept of people, it is just an idea of people, but there isn't any proved thing like that. The point when he realized this, he believes his childhood has gone, means he became logical. Yes. Deshna, second stanza. When did his childhood go?
Sir, he says that when he realized that what adults say and what they act are totally different. Like they don't act what they are talking about. They are hypocrites, and they act differently from what they talk, like
Okay.
what they teach.
Okay. Yes, Shivam. Third stanza.
So in third stanza he talks that when it was found, my mind was really mine. So that what we thought is, when in childhood what we thought it is correct because it is somewhere taught by our teachers, our parents. But when we start thinking of our own, then we consider that it is right.
So you started realizing, means the poet started realizing that his ideas, his thoughts, his opinion are his own, and it should be his own. It shouldn't be influenced by parents or others. Okay, that's it. Now last part was, where did my childhood go? Twice it was asked when, and in the fourth point, the question asked was, where did my childhood go? So where did the childhood go? Can somebody speak?
Sir, in an infant's phase.
In an infant's phase. How would you explain this thing? What does it mean?
Sir, by looking at the infant's face, he could memorize his childhood.
Okay. When he looks at a very young child's face, when he observes the activities of a child, he recalls his own. He sees his childhood in the childhood of that baby, that infant. So seeing any other child of that age, seeing any other infant, seeing any other very young kid, any adult who has stopped being a child will see his childhood, because they do all those things, those activities which he has once done and he remembers them. And when he sees these children, those activities, those things, those fun moments, those pleasure moments, they all roll back in front of his eyes. So his childhood is actually in others' childhood now. Got it? So we are done here. There may be questions that you want to ask. There may be some questions at the end of the poem. Have a quick look of that, and if you wish to discuss, we shall discuss first and then we'll go to the next one. Check in your textbook what are the questions given. Or shall I ask somebody to read all the questions in the textbook? Garvit, unmute yourself and say Sairam.
Sairam, sir.
Do you have textbook?
No, sir.
This is why I asked. There may be some students who do not have textbooks. Then what are they doing? How will they read questions?
Sir, I am just opening my PDF.
Okay, you have opened a PDF on your computer. So those who do not have textbooks, do they have some soft copy PDF available on computer where they can see?
Yes, sir.
Is there anyone who doesn't have? If there is someone, let me know so that I can do something from here. And if you all have, very nice. Good. Okay, I'm sharing a Word file with you. Garvit, read the questions. Then I'll share the Word file because it includes answers also. Read questions quickly. What are the questions?
Sir, just 1 minute.
Someone else may do.
Sir,
Sir, sir, first question. Identify the stanza that talks of each of the following: individuality, rationalism, hypocrisy,
Hypocrisy.
hypocrisy.
In these three stanzas, we have seen these three things. Rationalism. What does rationalism mean? Rationalism. Becoming logical, becoming skeptic, becoming not trusting everything without seeing the proof of that, without seeing the explanation of that. You don't just agree with the concepts. You agree with the concepts once they are proved, otherwise not. Then you are rational. Is this clear? What does rational mean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So where did you see this rationalism? In which stanza did you see?
Sir, first stanza.
The first stanza.
Okay. Now, another thing is hypocrisy. Whose hypocrisy is the poet talking about? Hypocrisy means
Adults.
you say something and you do something else. There is no similarity between your words and your deeds. That is hypocrisy. So that is shown in second stanza. So, one more thing, individuality. Individuality means you have your own ideas, you have your own opinions, you should have your own decisions. Where did you see this? In the third stanza. Okay. Garvit, next question.
What, according to the poem, is involved in the process of growing up?
In the process of
Growing up.
I couldn't get it. What did it say?
Like growing up.
Growing up. Okay. What, according to the poem, is involved in the process of growing up? Yes. Would somebody like to tell? In the process of growing up, what is involved? Is it only physical growth?
No, sir. Mental also.
Sir, mental
No,
growth
sir.
also.
Mental means?
So that
Do you think you start becoming more intelligent?
Sir, we start behaving maturely.
Behavior changes. Okay. And behaving like mature means? You said behaving maturely. What does it mean?
Sir, become logical.
Okay, logical, fine, that's a different thing. I'm coming back to, perhaps it was Deshna who said that.
Yes, sir. Sir, we know that what we are doing, like we know that it is correct. Why we are doing it? We are doing it by a purpose.
Your responses are not always spontaneous. You think and act, you think and react, you think and respond. Is that maturity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Garvit, next.
What is the poet's feeling towards childhood?
What is poet's feeling towards childhood? Do I have only 9 students in the class? There are many, but they are not visible to me. Disha, unmute.
Yes, sir.
What is involved in the process?
Uh, the poet does not feel upset or feel sad at the loss of his childhood. He seems to be puzzled at the that his childhood has gone, and he expressed his feeling of confusion when he asked the question that when and where did my childhood gone.
Harshit Jain, do you agree with what Disha is saying?
Yes, sir.
Harshit Jain,
Yes, sir.
beta, bring your microphone close to your mouth.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Add something to it.
Sir, poet feelings towards childhood is that when childhood has gone, uh, he feels he feels that he
You are not audible to me. Is he audible to others? No. Others can also not hear him. Chalo, I will find somebody else. Kanak. Kanak. Leave it. I'm going to Mohit Bhargav. Mohit can be loud enough.
Yes, sir.
Ah, that's the voice I was expecting. Chal Mohit, read next question.
Which do you think are the most poetic lines and why?
That is your own choice. Most poetic lines, which lines do you feel were most artistically written, most rhythmically written? Okay, so that you can find according to you which one is the best one. Mohit, do you have an answer to this question? Mohit,
Sir, I'm fine. Sir, yes.
hmm.
Uh,
Which line?
sir, sir, most poetic, matlab, in that rhyming way or what I feel is good.
What you feel
In
good? Whichever line you liked, and you had a feeling that yes, when I read these lines, it was most philosophical, it was most uh, intelligent statement, it was most correct, or it was most nicely written, artistically written, whatever is your idea, I don't know.
sir, third stanza, second line.
What is that
Was
line?
it when I found, sir, was it when I found my mind was really mine to use whichever way I choose?
Okay. Shravani, according to you?
Sir, according to me, the line was in the fourth stanza. Where did my childhood go? It went to some forgotten place that's hidden in an infant face.
Okay. Keep in mind, whatever you say, you need to justify that also. There should be a justification every time I say that. Garvit, do we have more questions in this?
No, sir.
No? Okay.
No, sir.
Then I'll share this here. Is this visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I'll share this on your WhatsApp. You can go through these. This doesn't mean these are the only correct answers. These are the answers that I found somewhere on some website. And I copied that here. Just for your reference. Okay? Do not misunderstand these answers as the only correct answers. The ultimate correct answer is the one that you give, that you understand, and then you make a statement. Now we have some questions here. What did the speaker learn about the existence of heaven and hell? What was his finding? That there is nothing like that. Actually, there may be, but not found in any geography lessons. How did the speaker realize the hypocrisy of the adults? How did the realization of being the master of his own mind help him? Then there is one long answer to that question. Childhood is an essential state in the process of growing up, but it can't go on forever. I won't share this. I will not share this. और मुझे पता है कि in this much of time somebody would have taken a screenshot. See in the chat box, I have posted the question. You can copy that question and then you can write an answer to this. Answer is not required right now. Write your answer properly, take your time, and then send it. Childhood is an essential state in the process of growing up. You may not grow up without being a child. That is one stage that everyone who is born definitely goes through. But what is said afterwards, it cannot go on forever. It ceases, it stops, it completes. Okay, so it's a very good statement to discuss, to talk about. And when you write an answer, when you try to discuss, speak something on this, your answer shouldn't be very short. It should be at least little more than 100 words. Okay. So till when may I expect this answer from you? In a day? Or in 2 days? Nobody is saying anything.
Sir, next class.
Next class.
Rumisha said next class means day after tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
No, if you share it in the next class, what is the use? Share it before the next class.
Yes, sir.
Before next class. Not in the next class. Okay? Chalo, good. Now if you tell me what is the next thing, because we still have 14 minutes, 13 and a half minutes left. So we can talk about the next lesson, at least introduction can be done.
Adventure.
Adventure. Very nice story. Is it still there or removed? Check it first. Deleted lessons.
Sir, it was deleted.
Sir, deleted.
Then why did you suggest this lesson to me? Actually, in your textbook, out of all the lessons, this one was something that I like most. But because it has been removed, we need to skip this, go to the next lesson. What is that next?
Silk Road.
Silk Road.
Huh?
The Silk Road.
Silk.
Samriddhi, you only speak.
Silk Road.
Did we disconnect?
Yes, sir.
Actually, everything was freezed. Can you see my movements? Perhaps yes.
Yes.
And you can hear me
Yes,
as
sir.
well. Okay, fine, fine. It's 3. Yes. Purvi, what is next?
The Silk Road.
Silk Road. Silk Road. Have you heard this word before? This phrase before? Silk Road?
No, sir.
Who has heard this before? Okay, these days, when we talk a lot about China, some Indian territories, some Chinese territories, some Nepal territories, we keep on talking. In all this discussion, have you come across, have you heard this term, this phrase, Silk Road?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to open this map. What can you see here in this map? Even there are some videos of Silk Road also. Yes. What can you see here in this map? Can you see China? Can you see Balochistan? Can you see some parts of India?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And then there is a long track, long trail. This is called Imperial Highway. Then this is called Great Royal Road that comes from Patna to Takshila, passing through Delhi and Punjab. Can you see some trails here, some tracks here, roads here? These rat trails. Keep saying so that I can
Yes,
understand
sir.
we are online. Yes. Now, this gives us one simple idea that these are the connecting roads, and the roads that are connecting not a city to another, not a state to another, but countries. Can you see the connectivity of different countries?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean? It is for an international trade, international business. Silk Road, also called Silk Route, ancient trade route linking China with the West that carried goods and ideas between the two great civilizations of Rome and China. Silk went westward and wool, gold, and silver went east. China also received Nestorian Christianity and Buddhism from India via the Silk Road. From here, this Buddhism got its way to reach to China, starting from here, from Bihar side, east of India. Then it went up. So to connect to Silk Road, where do you need to go in India? Towards north? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Towards north. Remember these things, okay? It will, when you go through the lesson, when you read the lesson, this will all help you to understand it better. Just before starting to read the lesson, we need to have a look of this map and all. I'll try to show you one more map. Originating at Siam's, the 4,000 miles, 6,400 kilometer road, actually, a caravan tract followed the Great Wall of China to the northwest, bypassed the, what is this, Taklamakan Desert, climbed the Pamirs, that are mountains, crossed Afghanistan, and went on to the Levant. From there, the merchandise was shipped across the Mediterranean Sea. Few persons traveled the entire route, and goods were handled in a staggered progression by middlemen. So we need not go much into the history of all this, but yes, for introduction, this much is enough. I'm coming back. I wanted to have a look of this map, if it gives us some idea. I think it is also giving a clear idea if it can be enlarged. Yes. Now you can see how long is the trail starting from here, reaching here, and other countries also have got a connectivity. Now that's enough. Titled as Silk Road. What your lesson, what your story has to do with Silk Road is a different thing. It's a story of, it's an autobiographical account by the narrator who got a chance to visit some place in North Himalayan region. Which place does he visit? Has somebody read the lesson? Has somebody tried to read the lesson? No one. Chalo, no problem. Before next class, go through the lesson. It's about a visit of the narrator to the Mansarovar. Have you heard the name of Mansarovar?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone visited? Only heard. Only heard. Okay. You can open so many videos on YouTube that show Mansarovar, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra kind of thing. If you search, you will find it's a very, very beautiful, divine place, and people visit. So he also got a chance. He wants to visit over there. And when he goes, the trail that he took, the path that he followed, was the one that connects to Silk Road. Are you getting it? The path that he follows to reach there is the one that connected to the Silk Road, and that's why he has given this title. But this is basically about his visit. How he goes there, he took a taxi, then where all he visited, what was the condition, how were the roads, okay, how was the weather, how was the effect of that climate on him. He fell ill also somewhere. When he reaches there, it was heard that it is a beautiful, nice place, but when he actually visits there, he finds that what was heard is different from what actually he saw there. So all that is there in the lesson. When we read, we'll see, we'll understand. But just to introduce, this much is enough. Now you know about Silk Road little bit. Now you know what is there in this lesson, that he goes there and he happens to track on that road that connects you to Silk Road, and what was the condition in the way, some difficulties he faced. He himself fell ill, and when he reached, he did not find it as beautiful as it was heard. It was written by the people who have visited that place earlier. There is a lot of change. Lots of differences are there. All this is there in the lesson. We'll see. That's it, 3:10. I'm stopping it here. If you don't have any question, you can say Sairam and leave the class. If you have questions, go ahead. Yes.
Sir, the question which you have given us to write,
Yes.
so we have to post it on WhatsApp.
Yes, yes. But in Word file, beta. Okay, don't write and take a snap and send. Okay, try to send in Word file. If not possible, take a snap and send, but otherwise it will be better if you type it in Word and then send the file.
Sir, on personal window?
Yes.
Or on class group?
It's good if you send it in the class group, but because some 57 students, if they start sending their responses in the class group, then there will be a lot of hodgepodge in your class group. If you individually send with your name, I can see it. Okay, then I may miss some answers if you send it in the class group. So it is better to send on the personal WhatsApp window. But whichever answer you send, it should be saved in your name and date. So can we stop now? Any other question? No questions. So start leaving the class.
Sairam sir, thank you sir.
Sairam.
Thank you, sir. Sairam, sir.
Sairam, sir.